Greetings, children. Welcome back. Hope you are staying at home and taking good care of yourselves. Let's begin the class with a prayer. Prayer brings your thoughts to focus and help you to concentrate. Let's recite Guru Shloka. Gurave sarvalokanam bheshaje bhavaroginam Nidhaye sarvavidhyanam Shri Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Thank you. Yesterday we started with integers and today we are going to continue integers. You learned two rules yesterday. Before I go to the third rule or third condition of addition of integers, let me quickly call out the answers for assignment 1. Now, yesterday's assignment, I'm sure all of you have worked it out. If you all recall, the first main was absolute value of few integers. Okay? Now, here absolute value of, see the symbol, if you can recall, absolute value of negative 11 is 11. Absolute value of minus 201 is 201. Please check your answers as I am calling out. Absolute value of 99 is 99. You all remember, if there is no sign attached, it means positive integer, children. Next, absolute value of 1000 plus 1000 is 1000. If you can recall, all the absolute values are always positive. Second main, I told you to add integers. The first one was adding positive integers. The sum here is 2767 positive. Please check your answer. 2767. So all the integers given were positive. So the value sum is positive. The second one is sum of all negative integers. So I had given you integers, negative integers. So their sum is 1973 with a negative sign. I told you for addition of integers, it's not practical to do everything on the number line. Okay, so what we do is, in case you're stuck with whether to add or subtract, imagine a number line. Always let that number line be in your minds fixed, so that whenever you want to do large number, just close your eyes, imagine the number line. If it is positive, add positive answer. If it is negative, go in the negative direction mentally and then add negative sign. Now, I hope all of you have obtained this answer. Let's move on. The third rule is sum of integers with unlike signs. What do you mean by unlike signs? Unlike means different signs. One positive, one negative. Okay, I have taken an example here. You can see I'm going to add negative 6 and 10. Okay, on the number line, it's very simple. How? First comes negative 6. So I go in that same order. From 0, I'm going towards my left. Please move to your left. 6 divisions, minus 6. So 0 to 6. You all remember, children? Yesterday I told you, whichever direction you are going, show the arrow clearly. Now we have moved to left. So I have written shown the arrow towards left. I have written negative 6. Meaning from 0 I have gone 6 divisions to my left. Now look at 10. Observe that 10 in the previous examples, both were positive or all were negative. Now you can see 10 is a positive integer. Since 10 has opposite sign, I should go in the opposite direction. We cannot move further. We need to reverse our direction because there is a reversal in the sign. So what do? I go back. We all should go back, reverse our direction. How? Where are we? We are at negative 6. Now we need to add 10. Okay, let's see. From negative 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What's the direction? Towards positivity, plus 10. Negative 6 plus 10 is, where did you land? 4. You landed at 4. So what has happened in this type? Here in this example we have one negative integer, the other one is positive. So on the number line we started moving to the negative side, but 10, since 10 is positive, we reversed the direction and started moving towards the positive sign. So when you added minus 6 and 10, you got the answer 4. Please observe carefully. The answer is 4. But look at the sign. What is the sign of your answer? It is positive. Okay. Now, the rule says, you might have got a doubt. Now, we said add the integers, but what do we find? We find the difference of the integers. How did that happen? Now, please look at this sentence carefully and read along with me. When two integers with unlike signs are added, their sum is the difference between them. Again, when two integers with unlike signs are added, their sum is the difference between them, the difference between the two integers, and the answer obtains the sign of the greater integer. The sign of the greater integer. Greater integer here is 10. What is the absolute value of 10? 10. What is the absolute value of negative 6? 6. What did we do? Even though we said addition, we have actually subtracted because they are having unlike signs. And look at the greater absolute value. Here, the absolute value of 10 is greater. Is it not? But what is the sign of the integer? It is positive. So our answer is positive. Did you understand? Let me explain it. Again, we'll come back to this because there may be a little doubt now. Look at this example. Add negative 504 and 212. Now, before we move on, think of the operation because many children quickly add it up or they subtract. No confusion. Please look at this. What is the absolute value of negative 504? Absolute value of negative 504 is 504. Next, what is the absolute value of 212? It is 212. Okay. Since they have unlike signs, what does the rule say? It says find their difference. Find their difference. I found the difference. See, 4 minus 2, 10 minus 1 and 4 minus 2. So answer is 292. Please observe carefully, children. 292. But which number has got absolute value? Look at only the absolute value. Which number? This is absolute value. This is greater. Though it is negative, you might be getting a doubt. Miss is saying minus 504, it is much less than 212. Yes, because it's very farther far from 0. But we are looking at the absolute value. Now, in this number, 504 is greater, but that number has got a negative sign. So, our answer will have a negative sign. I repeat, when two integers with unlike signs, unlike means different signs, one positive, one negative. When two integers with unlike signs are added, their sum is the difference between them. The difference between them, and the answer obtains the sign of the greater integer. You must look at the greater absolute value. If the greater number has absolute value has got positive sign, answer will be positive. But here our greater number has got negative sign. So the answer is has negative sign. Let me show you one more example. You will understand. Let us take positive 613 and we are going to add negative, say, 998. Okay, now look at this, one negative, positive, again positive, negative. Okay, now in this example 613 is positive, it is smaller, minus 998 is the actually much less than 613, but let us look at the absolute value. Now you know how to write, so I am directly going to write absolute value of negative 998 is 998. Absolute value of 613 is 613. Now what does the rule say? Since they have unlike signs, one is positive, one is negative, and we are supposed to add it. But because of their unlike signs, we subtract 5, 8, 3. Check your answer. 5, 8, 3. Fine. Your answer is 385. But this is the greater absolute value. But what sign has it got in your problem? It has got a negative sign. So your answer will be negative. Is that clear, children? Again, I repeat, in case this is positive and this is negative, like minus 2 plus 4. Quickly, I'm sure many of you have got the answer. What is the answer? 2, but greater number has got positive number. So, answer is plus 2. Answer is plus 2. There is one more method of doing this. In such cases, you can go back to your lower classes. 4, just change the order. 4 minus 2. 2. But every time this is not possible because here you have a negative sign. But while doing, you are doing here with absolute value. So this is the way. So what does it say when you are adding integers with unlike signs? You are in fact subtracting and writing the sign of the greater number. But when I say greater number, children, this is not greater in value, but absolute number that is greater. So this number which is greater in absolute value has got a negative sign. So the answer is negative. Please bear this in mind. This is very important. So let's recall all the 3 rules. First one, sum of 2 or more positive integers is positive. Second rule, sum of 2 or more negative integers is negative. Sum of positive integers, positive. Sum of negative integers, negative. In both cases, they have like signs, same signs. So you are adding, no confusion. Here also you are adding, no confusion. Third rule, sum of integers with unlike signs, because there is a difference, that is they are opposite signs, one has negative, one has positive, we in fact subtract the integers and write the sign of the greater number. Here greater number means greater absolute value. I am sure all of you have followed up to now. If there is any doubt, I can again repeat, but I am sure with these I have repeated thrice or 4 times, all of you must have understood. As I was repeating, I am sure all of you would have taken down the rules and the examples. Now, next very important topic that we are going to see is the same in integers only. The next very important thing is we are going to define what additive inverse is. Additive inverse of a number is. Now children, whenever we say inverse, what do you think inverse is? I'm sure most of you know what the meaning is. All of you must be knowing. Inverse means opposite. Let me show you. Now, this arrow is facing towards my right. What is the inverse of it? Inverse means reverse, opposite. Inverse of this is opposite. How do I show it in the form of number? 6. Additive inverse is negative 6. Okay? 5. What is the additive inverse of 5? Opposite. Minus 5. 100. What is the additive inverse of 100? Negative 100. Please do not write equal to. Many of you have that habit. They are not equal. They are opposite. They are opposite to each other. One faces that side, one faces this side. That's how I've shown the difference. Minus 6. Opposite is plus 6. So here you can see on the number line. 4. Opposite is negative 4. That opposite is called additive inverse. Okay? Additive inverse. What is additive inverse? Additive inverse of a number or an integer is the same integer but with opposite sign, such that when I add a number and its additive inverse, the answer is 0. I repeat, when we add an integer and its additive inverse, the answer is 0. I'll show you on the number line quickly. Look at the number line. Now, let's take small example, 5 and negative 5. So, I'm going to add additive inverse. I'm going to add 5 and negative 5. What did we say? When we add an integer and its additive inverse, the answer should be 0. Let's see how that happens. Now, 5 and negative 5. So, I'm going 0 to 5 plus negative 5. 5 plus negative 5. So, now I have to add negative 5. So, the reversing, we are going to reverse the direction from 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where did you land? At 0. I repeat, sum of an integer and its additive inverse is always 0. Sum of an integer and its additive inverse is always 0. Just now you have seen the example. So, in general, I can say a plus of minus a is 0. A is an integer, minus a is an integer. So a is an integer, negative a is its additive inverse, its opposite. So when you add two opposites of the same number, you get 0. So here a and negative a, remember this symbol children, belongs to. So a and negative a belong to set of integer. Is that clear? Okay. Quickly, let me give you one simple assignment for your next class. I hope this is clear to you. I am going to again start with this and give you more examples in the next class. In the meanwhile, please make a note of assignment. Assignment 2. Quickly copy down. Assignment 2. Again, simple assignment to begin with. So, find the additive inverse of the following. Okay, so I have negative 19, 0, minus x, m. All are integers, children. Here when I say x, x is a variable. It can take any value. You all remember variables in algebra. Variable means it can take any value. So in general we say negative x. What is the second main? So find the sum of a minus 99 minus 601 and minus 49, b minus 8,914 and 9,196. One more, 66, negative 59 and negative 75. Children, when you are doing these problems, please recall the 3 rules. You will not get stuck. You will quickly solve it without any doubt. We will discuss the answers in the next class. Okay, thank you.